This one we're going to talk about FME server and web integration. Obviously, more and more data is on the internet. More and more things are happening on the internet. So this slide just gives you sort of an idea of the amount of data that's zinging along. There's a great article here, blog article on the Internet of Things. If you get this deck and you want to click there, it's pretty interesting. But suffice it to say, you know, more and more things are happening on the internet. More and more data is being generated on the internet. And, you know, everything's connected. We have social media again, sensors from vehicles, the connected home, social media. And here are just some of the things I have in my own house, just to let you know, so you can see how crazy it's getting. You have Nest thermostat, of course. You can check the temperature of your house. It's a real smart device. Net Atmos, so you can know the whole atmosphere around your house, inside and outside. Sonos, you know, why get up and pick what music you want to play when you can just do it from your phone. And of course, the smart meters that allow us to log in at any time and see power consumption. And of course, Belkin, they have switches that again you can control with Wi-Fi. So just some of the you know, a few of the things that are, you know, at our home now that a few years ago wouldn't have even been conceived of. Okay, so the number of objects that are connected is rising quickly. So there's going to be 50 million of them by the year, 50 billion of them by the year 2020. But the interesting thing too to me is the green graph that shows even though this is growing, still the number of objects that are connected out of all the total objects, even in 2020, is going to be less than 3%. So that means there's another 97% of objects that we're going to have around the house that still are not connected. So huge room for growth there. And of course, another great blog article on that as well. So that's interesting. Applications, of course, on the web, just exploding everywhere. I don't know how you find the right application you want or the best application. There's just so much, and they're all just generating tons of data. And so what's really needed is a new platform. This integration platform as a service. All these things are on the web, and so having something in the cloud or on the web that works with this data makes a ton of sense. And so there was you saw these MuleSoft, Jitterbit, FME Cloud, and Informatica Cloud. But what about location? None of them actually work with location. The only iPaaS, that integrated platform as a service that works with location, is FME Cloud. And I'm going to demo some of that here shortly. And so this is, if you want to find out about FME Cloud, you're going to hear about that a little later from Stuart. Okay, so with FME, of course, it's the same strategy. We've always just been consuming data and working with it. Now we're doing the same thing with web data, and that's really the point. So, you know, with FME, we want to embrace everything. We've never forced people to decide on what tools they want or data sources. It's pick whatever you want, and then we will work with it. We will do our best so that you can get access to the data and do with it what you want, so you can pick the best tools or, in fact, the best web services. And so two of the popular ones that also are like connectors is Zapier and If This Then That. And we're going to, you know, Zapier, we're going to look at a little more closely. Yeah, so there we go. So with FME, we have a link for Zapier, and I'll give you a link so that you can click on it, and then you can use FME Server within Zapier as well. And this enables you with FME Server to integrate Zapier with your on-premise stuff, so you can integrate on-premise to cloud, where Zapier is strictly cloud to cloud. And also, FME supports sophisticated workflows. Zapier has a very simple workflow where an operation in this triggers one operation in this, and you can do very primitive, identify very primitive data to go across from one to another. So you could say, whenever a lead happens in, whenever somebody creates a new object in Trello, I want to send an email. But you can't really do much more sophisticated processing like that, like watch for particular updates from a particular person about a particular topic and things like that. And of course, FME over time is going to support a growing list of these. And by integrating Zapier, of course, or Zapier, we get hundreds of these in one fell swoop. Okay, so this is what it looks like when you go to Zapier. And here's an interface. These are here for the deck. I'm going to go right now so you can sort of see. So now we're going to go to Zapier. I'm going to be brave and hope that the internet is working again. Okay, or still. Okay, so we're going to go to. Okay, come on. So I'm going to go to Zapier here, and I'll explain to you what I've done. So when I log in here, I'm going to be able to see all the different okay. There, we logged in, and right out of the gate, I click my dashboard, and you can see I have a number of things already configured. Yeah, I don't really care about that. And the first one I have is I've created one that goes out to FME server. That if there's a new lead in Salesforce, then we're going to publish to an FME server topic. So I have a Salesforce account. And what I'm doing is every time a new lead comes in, it calls a new service. So setting up a new one of these is very simpler. We'll walk through one that builds on what Aaron did. Aaron had one where you drop a file into a directory, and it would trigger an action. So what I've done is I've built on that, and I've built one where if a new file arrives in a directory on Dropbox, I'm going to trigger an FME workspace. Okay, and the workspace I'm going to trigger is this workspace that's in a repository called Zapier, and you can see using the REST API, it automatically I can pick whatever what I want. Repository. I can also then pick the workspace. This one only has one Dropbox file deliver, and now when that happens, I can test it here. What will happen is whenever a file is dropped in my Dropbox directory, which I called up here, I called Dawn Automate. So if I go to my Dropbox directory, okay, right here, Dropbox, where's Dropbox? There it is there. I have this directory called Dawn Automate. And if I grab a file and drag and drop it in there, so let's go find a file, okay, which I put here too. Okay, so another one of these. And I have a file here. Okay. Multi-feature type. Okay. Don't you love it? I put it somewhere. Here we go. Demo data. Okay, we'll find it this way. Okay. Oh, I know where it is. It's over here. Right. And because I can do it, doesn't really matter where I do it. I'll do it over here. And I have my Dropbox. I have my Dawn Automate. Okay. And when I grab a file over here, I can then find it. Parcel data. I can grab one over here, drag it over there, and now what's going to happen is this Dropbox rule is going to fire, and when I go, and then it'll automatically be pushed over. So and so that's how the whole Zapier thing works. So I can also test it. Okay, you can click down here and test it, so you can sort of see the examples. And if I say test Zap with this sample, it sends it. Okay, success. Now that has been that file that's here has been copied to that Dropbox directory, and in fact, going on to that server, FMEWT 2014. Okay, where's my bookmark here? Bookmark. Okay, this guy's not working. Wow, we're having lots of... Okay, here we go. Bookmark. Come on. Jeepers creepers. Here it is. You will see that, in fact, the job has been run. And these are all the ones that I've done through... So if I look at jobs here, we will see that this job ran. Okay. Oh, it didn't. Well, that's great. Okay. And in any event, oh, it's right here. Dropbox file deliver right there. And there's other issues because, of course, it couldn't send the email out. But that's just. But if I go to my resources and I go down to my temp, okay, and convert tool west, input, you're going to see all the input files that I've dragged and dropped there. And if you go to output, you're going to see all the output files that, again, have been converted. So there they all are there, and you can see that. So basically, that's just giving you an idea of how that works. And again, I just put something together really, really quickly to show how easy it was to build this stuff together. So that's that one. And now we're going to go on to, I just want to show you the workspace just because I can't stop. And here it is here, and because this is really tough workspace, but here it is. So this is the one that's called by Zapier, and it ends up copying the file to the resources location. So that's an example of that one there. Okay, so back to the slideshow from current slide. Okay, this is the there's another demo there that shows how I built that Salesforce workflow to Google Maps engine. If you want to build your own workflow with FME Server and Zapier, just simply click this link here. There's also a blog article about this, and then you can use FME Server as part of Zapier with this link. So there you go. So that's that there. Okay. So in summary, FME Cloud brings the power for all web applications. And so really it's the same FME story, same FME power. It doesn't really matter where the data is. FME Server can connect to it, no problem, and move it across. Okay.